Yeah, so what, Minty? How you doing, by the way? Additionally, you just for the game too. But oh well. It'll still be in the box for a couple of weeks. And I am probably gonna have to start up editing it at some point. Already starting to die over that, because that's gonna take a while. I think I fixed the issue that I was running into with rollables earlier today. It just weren't working for whatever reason. And I think it's because the program was out of date that time. So I've updated it. You should be ready to go now. I also hope this isn't coming off too loud. Okay, got it. We'll cut the music in half. How about this? Additionally, give myself a little more gain. Because we're using the jank setup again. I figured there was gonna be an issue. Alright, cool. This one will be a shorter stream. Like I said on the Discord, it's a... come on, glove. It's gonna be a lot shorter. There's a lot less to show off this time around. I would have liked to have had the Calamon plushie by now, but unfortunately, that one's coming in later in the month, so that one's just... I'll show a picture of that later. For now, at least. Like I said, the jank setup again. A view of the bed. Hi again. And I expect my face to never show up on camera, ever. Don't worry, I have a very shitty face. No, I'm Spanish, Minty. Very Spanish. This time around, we've got more cards. This time featuring... Camera does you no justice, to be honest. No, it does not. What also doesn't help in all of this is mask. I don't want to expose my entire face. Hi. I hate humans. I hate my face. You won't get to see it. Heart. What also doesn't help is my blood is just, yeah. I'm Spanish, that's it. More pressingly than that, I bought more Digimon things, and I want to show them. Starting with... somewhat comparable to the bed sheet. Wow. I mean, I'm not that much in the sun, honestly. Besides that, my job is an office job anyway. yeah, I bought a couple of things, and one of those was I think it was a collector's box kind of thing. There were a few unique items in there. I was mostly interested in the deck box, but some of the other extras looked really nice. Like this. Playmat. Specifically, this one's featuring several of the Royal Knights. There also came a memory sheet, which, yeah, I'm never using this. This is very, very lanky and kind of weird to hold on to. A token for tracking. Very small. But like I said, there was also a deck box. And so you guys can see what the front cover of that looks like. A little bit. Actually, I could probably just tab on a little bit of light. Much better. Featuring several of the season starters for a good lot of Digimon. Seasons 1 through 6, by the look of it. Nothing for Ghost Game on this one, unfortunately. Inside the box would have been the 10 cards, as well as a set of sleeves with the same image. But because I've gotten a head start, y'all have known I've been trying to gather up the cards for an entire deck of Dodomons. I've already shown the picture of this on the Discord. Total cost of all of these were $40. Well, the Dodomon whatnots. This collector's pack was about $30. I think I got it on a half sale. But the bigger item I wanted to show off, there were also some unique cards that came with this too. Supposedly these come with unique artwork. Let's see. I've only taken a look at one, that being this Agumon right here. All of them are shiny though. A Goonimon. Shoutmon. Fluffy, how you doing? And how you doing as well, Tarm? Additionally, head pats to Ducario. Adorables. There's a Guillamon in here. Unfortunately, I'm not building a Guillamon deck right now, or rather Gallantmon. So this one's kind of just gonna go into the folder, be ignored, sadly. Even though Guillamon is adorable. Except the head pats this time. How about next time? And so far, having a decent day. What? Woofy? Hope you're resting. You deserve it. Little Beamon here. A yellow Agumon. This one's after Rise Greymon, if I remember correctly. 3 more yellow tamers in play. Trigger draw 1. Nice. Well, 1 attacking. Wormmon. And a unique card, win rate 60%. Maybe I could see some use cases for this one specifically within the Doraemon deck, since it's monocolor. But otherwise, that was all part of that kit. Cards are my shiny. I do like my card games. And if anything, the current DCG has been very much of my interest lately. I like how it plays, I like how it represents each of the series of Digimon, and even some of the extra cross materials too. It's to the point that I've gone out of my way to try to find a translation of the Digimon web novel. Well, the one featuring SOC, Sons of Chaos. understanding that you're using gloves. Yeah, pretty much. I want to be very careful. And I recognize that some of the cards that I'm looking at, especially the ones in Cyber Eden here, aren't necessarily ones that I'll be using often, let alone at all. Not to say that Cyber Eden is a bad set, because there are some very good cards in here. Just not for the decks that I play, red, black. As usual, 24 packs plus an extra 2-card promo pack. I did pre-tear 2 of these, specifically because I was thinking about using the kimono gloves, but I decided against. So instead, y'all will just have to deal with my normal beans. As usual with these, we go through them one at a time. Sometimes we'll go through some of the use cases for some of these cards. So starting with this set of 12. Total cost of this box, because it's an opening day box, was about 80 to 90 USD. Again, the idea with with card games and everything: buy singles. Don't be like me. Don't be a rare hunter. Like I said, there are some good cards in this, specifically around the CS trait. Or Cyber Sleuths. Well, given that this entire set is themed around, you guessed it, Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory. Yeah, to start with, we got a Vidramon. One of your tamers, you can play a tamer with Vidramon in its text. So this is nice support for a lot of blue. Eater, which, spoilers for you guys, some of these white cards especially are going to be themed after the antagonists. Eater is an entire deck style. Datamon. So, until opponents... Ooh, it's a blocker. D-Digivolve effects don't affect this Digimon, and it gets 1000 DP. And it can also redirect attacks. Interesting. Shellmon, with a unique trait. For those unfamiliar with the Digimon manga that exists currently, shoot, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's on Webtoon. It's on Webtoon, I know this for certain. Shoot. Regardless, the Shellmon is one of the Digimon used by... Well, this series is used by a person with a specific gimmick called Decode, which is when this Digimon would perish other than battle, you can play it for free instead. So it's a lot of recursion, which blue doesn't normally have. A Togemon. Tapmon is usually an egg Digimon within each one of these. And Tapmon specifically is for the, specifically Applemon. I'll put that to the side. A Meramon. Ooh, Raid and Piercing. Mediamon, which is yet another Applemon. A Tamer. Let's see here. Ah, this one synergizes specifically with the Eater. Infirmon. And as usual with most of these, the last two tend to be rares or super rares, usually with some holo. Case in point, this is one of the characters from Cyber Sleuths. Let's see, but one of your other Digimon are tamers with Nightmon in their text. This tamer may digivolve into Lord Nightmon with a reduced cost. And another Applemon, Enter. These are all going to be fairly unusual cards for me. Again, like I said, most of the decks that I play are usually black or black-centric, which focuses a lot on discard and reanimation. Round 2. I can already see an egg like 4 or 5 down. We got a Gargamon here. Oh, and a little poke of Guilmon in that too. Vezengamamon. So finally, the Gamamon series is speccing into green. Because I'd expect that Gamamon would want to be rainbow at least a little bit. Rise Greymon. Okuamon. Creepy little thing. Dark Tyrannomon X. I could say some use cases for this. Tyrannomon was something that I wanted to look into at one point. Like, there are some good... There's a lot of really good purple-green Digimon that I've been wanting to make a deck out of. This might be a decent way to do that. Effectmon. Oh, you're cute. Reminds me of, like, the, Cheshire Cat, sorry. And she's an apple... And this is an Applemon, too. Rikomon, another Applemon. Seems like we're getting a lot of Applemon in this set. A Yugo. CS seems to do a lot of cost reduction, so that's interesting. Boltmon. Mother Eater. Mire. Such, some of you might be familiar with this lady. If I remember correctly, she's the one that handles the hub within Cyber Sleuths 1. And is fairly involved in 2 as well. Most of her shtick revolves around Angelwomon and Lady Devimon, if I remember. And... who the hell are you? Okay, Setter. When your Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have Flame or CS, suspend this, activate an effect. If this triggers an effect, gain a memory. Interesting! I don't see many instances of purple getting, like, a lot more memory than this. I can see some use cases in that. Round 3. We got Dreammon. Let's see, when linked... Yeah, this is yet another Applemon. So indeed, these are a lot of Applemon. Interesting. I'll poke around with that. MCmon. Yes, it's MCmon specifically, not McMon. Not sponsored by McDonald's. Get your mind out of the gutter. Blue Marimon. Ooh. Oh, it's you! Kyaramon! This thing evolved into the, I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was like it looked like a ferret. I specifically remember it from Season 5, I believe. And this one's a lot of puppets and token support. Kurisarimon. So we got something Viretic here. Avadamon. Brains. Look at this freaky thing. Fragment. I've never seen that. I'm gonna need to check the rules text on that one. Whenever your version 2 Digimon would become this card, for each of its face-down cards, reduce the cost by 1. Oh! Interesting! You know, Tay was asking me a whole bunch of questions earlier in the last couple of weeks about why Digimon would want cards face down under them, and this might be a decent reason why. Like, he specifically got a bunch of cards out of one specific set. I think it was, like, Versus Monsters. And they had a specific gimmick called Training, which let you, while the Digimon was, like, in your... either in the breeding zone or otherwise in play, they could take the top card of the deck and then just place it underneath this. This might be a way to capitalize on that. Also on this, Shushumon. Tay was looking for puppets, and there we go. One of the bigger proponents of puppets. Also very cute. Metal Tyrannomon X. Also a Collision Digimon. Skullmeramon. Kudami Detective Agency. This was the place that you worked for within the first Cyber Sleuths game. Gaiomon. What is... Raid, Reboot... It's a red-black. And apparently it gets better evolution from Greymon or CS trait. And another... Ooh! The main character of Hacker's Memory. So it's a resetter. During the opponent's turn, if an opponent attacks, suspend this, change the target to an unidentified or CS trait. I wonder if that synergizes with Mother Eater. I kinda want to check the traits on that now. No, it's just Eater CS. Dang. I haven't seen any unidentified, though. Unless I haven't been paying attention, to which that is incredibly likely. Yeah. I'll sweep to the side enough of the cards that we've seen. I probably should sect off eggs like I did last time. I will. Just a quick sort. I think I said at one point, but I never really grew up opening up card packs or anything like that. The only few instances where I did so were for Yu-Gi-Oh!, and that was like way, way early days in that. For the most part, it was like Walmart discount shit that didn't really give you all that much. They weren't impressive cards, they weren't all that powerful in many cases. Ooh, Vezengamon. Oh, adorable! Wanyamon! Let's see, when Effects plays CS trait Digimon cards in this Digimon's Digivolutions, you can become a CS trait in hand with one cost reduced. Very handy. I may actually look into making a CS green-purple at this rate. Repamon. Gardramon. A Devimon. I remember there was a lot of stuff for Devimon in this as well. And the aforementioned Jimmy Ken is usually support for it, too. A Gargamon. Gargalismon. Another Kiaramon. Ooh, cute. We got two of those. Agumon X. Return... Yep, this is directly Tyrannomon support, so that is gonna be useful for that. A Terriermon. Let's see... Play Tamer with CS from hand without paying cost. Unique Emblem, Poseida Lagoon. This is that character I was mentioning. Yao, that was her name. She's a coder, if I remember correctly, on that specific series. The webtoon. / manga. Liberator, that was what it was called. Digimon Liberator. Jeez, I couldn't remember that. I feel bad. Musimon, which this looks like another Applimon. I need to look into Applimon at some point. I remember there was an entire manga for them, but I've never poked at it. And Sendrilmon, which is an ace Digimon for another one of the characters, Shumon's trainer, or tamer. Interesting. Hello, Daniel. How you doing? We're taking a look at more Digimon cards today. This will probably be the only other time in which I do so, but hey. Adorable little bear. A Monzemon. This one's a new one. I've never seen this. Did you sign up for the Elysian bid? Oh shoot, I didn't realize it ended tomorrow. Shoot, I didn't even know they were looking for beta testers. I need to sign up for that. Up to the Google Play Store. Let's see, confirm, apply. Type in email. Brackets. I know it well. Definitely played the more recent card games, some new games, some of the mobile games actually. I remember one of them. Official Elysian site. Yep, found it. And thanks for the noti, by the way. I never would have discovered it otherwise. Experience with card games. I play a decent amount. Familiar with MTG, Pokemon. Master Duel, unfortunately. Why does Whole Life have a card game? Do I need to investigate in that? Let's see, I had to learn about it. Honestly, Digicon, YouTube. Submit application, and that'll be my roll of the dice. Let's see what happens. This one's the closed beta test, so I'll cross fingers. Best case scenario, if I can get onto it, then awesome. I'll probably say a couple of things about it unofficial-like, but otherwise keep silent. I'm looking forward to it, though. What I don't like about it, though, is, at least that I'd seen, it looks like the card packs that are a part of that one aren't going to be large card packs, like 6 cards and that's it. So much like the Japanese original. Because, believe it or not, the Western packs that we get here are a little bit larger, if I remember correctly. And I think I'm gonna sneeze. I don't know why I decided to do that. Ignore me. I'm being stupid. Really depends on how much pack currency you get. That is true. Because if they give you a decent amount of currency, and if they let you craft cards especially, then that could easily make it worthwhile. Kirinmon? Another Raspberrymon, meh. It's a bird! Tay might enjoy this one. I'll take a picture of it for him. Another Tapmon. Tap this. Another Moonmon. These things are kind of cute, honestly. Oh shoot, I never finished off the other pack. We'll get to that. Another Eater. You can include up to 50 copies of this card. I mean, it makes sense that the Eaters would be, like, an entire dominant card archetype. Speaking of, another Eater. Another Kudami Detective Agency. Crescentmon. Ooh, pretty. Nightclaw and Light Fang. I don't know which packs will be available to start. I mean, yeah, Natch. It is fairly new. Let's see. If this deck has 2 or more of the same level cards, one of your opponent's Tamers or Digimon can't suspend. Interesting. Chaperamon. More puppet support. Another Musamon. Ooh! I mean, you can barely see the Digimon in this one, but this looks really cute! Nyabootmon. Prefer if it's like Master Duel and a little behind. Yeah, I agree. It also shouldn't overshadow the physical game, given that it's been confirmed that Elysian will have its own unique cards. There will be some crossover between the two games, but not that much. Kalskamon. Nadakiran. Music of the Heart. This one's Applemon support. But bad mates like Master Duel. Agreed! I'd pay decent money to have a Guilmon or a Calmon mate. Another Roamon. Look at this Lekismon. So cute. Poseidon Lagoon. A piece of shit. Unique Emblem, Fable Waltz. Arisa, that was her name. Arisa is Shumon's tamer. Her entire gimmick revolves a lot around puppets and Nyabootmon. Kentarasmon. And Eater Adam. Interesting. Guilmon too big with his whole Fiendsmith mate. Yeah. No, if you wanted a mate that's way too big, look to a good lot of the megas. Just saying. Let's see, we got Guagamon. Oh, Shumon! This adorable little thing. Sangomon. Kara. Eater again. Species form. Hope they release an album mate with a new Super Fauna support. Let's see what happens. Sorry, that's just fun to say. Asumamon. So that's 2 eggs. And apparently this is also support for Unidentified. Hagurimon, Gearsmon. Raidenmon Ace. It's a Blast Evolution, green-black. A vegetable. Get fucked, bot. War Greymon. Let's see. When digivolving, activate one of the effects below. I've never seen multi-choice. One of your Gabumon may digivolve into Melgurumon, ignoring requisites and without cost, or delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Support for Nokia, which we haven't seen her yet. And there's also a fake mon in here. Scapegoat. When this would be deleted, by deleting one of your other Digimon, it isn't. Interesting effect for an Applemon. Weak, wrecky arms! It's a Toga. Kalskamamon. Monzimon. Another shoe! We got a pair of shoes! Next set we'll have Leviathan. Amera, a Vidramon. Shushumon again. Another piece of shit. Another Akemi. Agumon. And specifically, return something that mentions Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon. And apparently, this Digimon and any of your others may DNA Digivolve at the end of the turn. An Entermon again. And Kyoko Kurumi. Ooh. This one is direct Alphamon support. Hey Alex, how you doing? Nice on the SEC. How you doing, Paladin? I don't really do card game opening streams all that much. This is a bonus, honestly. But I do like the DCG. I refuse to be a collector. That's gonna be way too expensive for my blood. I need to actually eat, last I checked. Yeah. Ooh, Cyberspace Eden. We have no face-up security. Ignore this card's color requirements. So, this is a last-ditch card. Add your bottom security card to the hand. Place this card face up as the bottom security card. The gloves? Honestly, some of these cards are going to be going into a binder, which I have off to the side. And I do want to be somewhat careful with these. I could be reckless with it, but I don't want to. Gardamon. A Vezengama. An adorable little Wanyamon. So cute. Let's see. Elysium will be mobile only. You could probably emulate. Yep, I'm aware. I've got space on my phone, don't worry. But the Devimon. Gargo. Reppa. Another Cressamon. Agumon X, Hog, Terrier, Sparkly Beamon, and a piece of shit. Wow. Why is it Platinum Numemon? I mean, granted, I'm pretty sure Numemons are still fairly decent series of decks, but I don't like Numemon at all. It's a fugly Digimon, and no. If I'm gonna have a game talk shit to me, I would rather it be from the players, not the cards themselves. Thank you. Another Cyberspace Eden. Rikomon. Music of the Heart, Lumera, Kurisarimon. Oh hey, you guys are unidentified. Cool. Maybe I'll research this one. Another Lekismon. Datamon. Middle Tyrannomon X. Awesome. Another Raiden. Belmon, this is a new one. If it's placed Digimon with CS under this card, gain memory. An Arisa. Finally we get one of these. I don't really play yellow, but for those who like puppet support, very good puppet support here. And another Kintara spawn. Jeez. There we go. Into the binder you guess. I should probably be counting how many packs I've been going through. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Let's try more yellow, but for now your main color is green. Makes sense. You did do well with that Wing Guardians deck. And at that, I've also officially gotten Tay interested in the game as well. He's looking at Puppet. Though he also wanted to make his own bird deck. Hawks on the 5 streak. Get some clothes on, madam. Seriously. Another human form eater. Ooh, Dark Tyrannomon. See if Dark Tyrannomon or X-Ante is in this set. Delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. May become Tyrannomon or a dinosaur in hand when attacking. I do like that. Especially since Doraemon Chronicle was what introduced me to this little gimmick. Let's call it Advance Shulka. I do like that. The birds totally think of Valdemon. Got a deck for every color. Oh yeah, Phoenixmon. And Phoenixmon does look like a fairly useful security deck, if I remember correctly. Songo, another Rekko. We're getting a lot of Applemon, but that was expected. MCmon, Kurisari, Okua, third copy of Poseidon Lagoon, another copy of Kudami Detective Agency, another Cressimon. How many freaking Kentarasmon? This is the third now! That's a good hit. Dianamon. Iceclad. I don't think I've seen that trigger word. Pepsimon. No! Stop drinking Pepsi. It's not good for you. Besides, Pepsi is the shit cola anyway. I know what I said. I'm not a Pepsi person. Then again, like that matters all too much because I happen to like Dr. Pepper. I don't drink it regularly. I drink generic cola. Pepsimon, no! That's the crossover we don't want. Pepsimon! Jeez. A Dreammon. Kuaga. An Effectmon. Second copy. Ah, Supermon. You, Gearsmon, are not. Shell. Songo. Another Dark Tyrannomon. Cool. Fable Waltz. A vegetable. Infernmon. We got a Metal Garurumon as our shiny here. Nice. And the main character from Cyber Sleuths, Ami Aiba. Nice card. It changes the battle condition from DP to the number of sources. Yep, that makes sense. So it can be very useful. Vegetable. I mean, it's a Vegemon. Mind you, they're not really a vegetable, it's like vegetation, more like, but even still, these things are fucking ugly. Do like piercing, though. Let's see, when every Digimon would become a CS if it has Digivolution trait with the same level. Suspend this tamer. May digivolve into another CS without paying cost. Very powerful. You get more sources than a Dawn Duskmon? You don't. Come on. This ain't me. Another Lekis. Right on cue for the poke fun. Go face up, you. Kuwaga. Another Kalsgamamon. Kedamon. A Datamon again. Another Effectmon. Togemon. Shapro. Another piece of shit. Another copy of Akemi. That's like 3 now. Rina Shinomiya. If I remember correctly, you are part of the 2nd series, so that is Hacker's Memory. And you give Digimon jamming. Or rather, Vidramon's jamming. Like they need the support. Shin Monzemon. Whenever your version 1s would digivolve into this, reduce the cost by 2. Interesting. From a game that never released in the West. Oh, really? Interesting. I'm gonna have to research that. Or otherwise I could just ask for more information. I'm curious now. That would mean that that's a fairly deep dig. Cameo and Cyber Sleuths as well. Debuted in redigitized Decode. She and Mayday would have been dimension hopping ever since. Interesting. I don't think I got to try redigitize. I might not be able to have the chance anymore, unfortunately. We'll see, though. Puyo-yo. Nakua. Karamon. Another MC. Another Brain. Botamon. Repa. Gargo. Ooh, adorable little Gabumon. Tay will enjoy this, puppy. Marine Bullmon. Boltmon. Another copy of Metal Ruru. And Ryugumon. Nice. Getting a lot of blue. Let's see. Redigitize and re-release in code. Never released. Yep. So the only way to play it, unfortunately, would be fan translation. Unless you were that stubborn with wanting to translate Japanese. I don't have that skill. Hey Zo, how you doing? Thanks for the blue check. I'm gonna need to refill this. That'll be for when I'm finished with the cards and everything, which looks to be soon, considering this box is maybe like 6 or 7 or 8 left. Oh, and the this one. We'll wait. Let's see, another Kirin. Blue Mara. Another Cyberspace Eden. I think that's 3 or 4 copies now. Another Puyo. Another Kyoto. Rise Grampon. Yet another... That's a 3-egg pack. Interesting. Just look at Izzy. Adorable Woofy. An Agumon. Another Metal Tyranno. That's good to see. Another Raiden. Syndramon, 2nd copy. And this bitch. Who specializes in Applemon, if I remember correctly. Let me see if you can stream Elysian. It might be an NDA, given it's a closed beta. In the worst case scenario, if I were to stream it, they would probably be like when it's fully released, opening week type of thing. You're not just a woof woofy. You're an adorable butler. Zilla Zone Zero had no NDA. Really? I thought it would have, given what it is. Red, another cash grab from, what's its nuts? Nihoyo. Glad I've gotten out of that pool. Woo. That's like number 4 for Wanyamons. We're getting decent luck with those. Gardero, Vezengama, a Devi, yet another Kirinmon. Kusari, we're getting a lot of duplicates now. Effect, second copy of Jimmy Ken. This one's not a shiny one. Another Yugo. Another set of gears. Another cog in the machine. Another Eater Adam. Okay, we win. We win. This is one of, if not the big pulls of the set. Omnimon. And into the binder that goes. There's no way in hell we get 2 of those. I refuse to believe it. Racky luck is, as I've shown repeatedly, abysmal. And yet, I'm actually getting a good chunk of the cards together for what looks to be a Tyrannomon deck now. Shit! I thought I was gonna be done buying cards after this! Ugh! Actually, you know, moment to say something. Like, I've assembled now the Doraemon's deck that I've got now. And with the exception of 4 cards, because I refuse to call BT16 Doraemon anything but the bitch. $32 for 4 copies, like holy shit. If you've not had a second higher rare, a second Omni is possible. And done by cards, that's hard. I know, right? I wanted to stop at building 1 deck, and now I'm looking at a potential 2nd and 3rd. Ah! Actually, I should move these off to the side for ease of clarity and everything. Very carefully. Has the problem though with board games. Understood. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a copy of the Deep Rock Galactic board game, if I remember correctly, half off for whatever reason. I think it's not anymore. And I really had to bite my thumb on that one, because I'm like, I want to get this, but at the same right, A, I have no one to play it with, because I have no friends in IRL, practically. Sneef. Snoff. And 2, I'm not one for collecting weird board games and whatnot anyway. Cards, actually. And even then. It's kicking and screaming that I buy some of these things. Feedermon. Dream. Avare. Another Music of the Heart. Monze. Tsume. Pal. Such a pal, this Mon. Need to go more to the local card shop. Oh no! Please don't tell me I'm influencing people. The last thing I need on my plate is to be called an influencer. That's a Diaboromon. That's actually cool. Did you stay away from board game adaptations, video games? Yeah, they do tend to get a bit weird. Oh. Another one of the bigger pulls of the set. Especially if you happen to like Applemon. Boranosmon. Really? They let you borrow decks? Cool. Alright. That also means I get to do yeet. That probably didn't pick up on camera. Let's see, 3 here, 3 here, 7 to go. Worst you might buy a starter Pokemon deck since they don't have Yu-Gi-Oh? Ah, weh. Though, honestly, like, I'm not too into Pokemon at this point. I know there's, like... I believe there's a VR chat world that is slowly adding a lot of the Pokemon TCG into it. So that's cool to know. No Digimon in the country like One Piece and card game Vanguard. Where? Any Impmons? I don't think there are Impmons in this set, but I don't remember. How you doing, Daniel? Lumera. Eater. Another Ketamon. It's a shoe. It's an MC. It's a shoe twice! Some only appeared in some sets. Yep. Necessary to play Pokemon TCG since you have Pocket. Already fair. Influenced one person so far. No, Tarm! Why? You were the chosen one! Really? You read board games too? Jeez, that's impressive. Togemon. Skullmera. A Mediamon. Aerovedra. There's y'all. This lady. And a Lunamon. Shiny Lunamon's an interesting choice. Surprisingly, that's our first and probably only Lunamon. Despite the fact that we've been getting a lot of support for those 2 lines. Like, I think I've gotten about, like, 3 or 4 different copies of Lekismon alone, for example. I mean, Tay, not me. Fair. I did, unfortunately, influence Tay, and I regret it. I need to fight him at some point. See how much he's learned the game. Use the time zones. Let's get Elysian today, if you're lucky. Crossing fingers for you, dude. Last Impmon was special release 2.5. Yeah, I think you're about right on that one. I did open a box at 2.5 at one point, and that was one of the bigger reasons why I wanted to think about assembling the Chronicle deck. Finally had the chance to try out this game too. Awesome. What are you thinking so far? Got an expensive enough hobby. Fair. Balanced and respectable. It's called video games. And last I checked, video games are very expensive. Didn't get far into the strategy aspect. Fair. We got a Sango. We got another Eater. Another Sume. I think that we have like 5 copies of this now. Unfortunately, we can't play that many. Did win or lose match. Think to keep that ratio? Fair. Understood. At least a good chunk of this game is about trying to figure out what you want to do for a playstyle, and a good lot of it is supported for one reason or another. There usually isn't too much in terms of stall sets, though. Ooh, Eve. Our first Eve. A second Mother Eater. Yet another Agumon X. Another Gaiomon. Yeah, there are Applemon in this set. Quite a few, actually. And Lord Nightmon. Actually, Lord Nightmon. Let's see, trying to find out where I put Gaiomon on this. Ah, there we are. That's 2 copies now. Load Nightmon.exe, loading failed, not enough RAM. Damn it, Ox! Why did you have to eat my RAM sticks? I was using those! Anyways.
The moon!
Another shoe. We're getting a lot of Shoemon. Mara, Shell. Yet another eater. Another shoe. I swear, every single time I've seen a Shoemon, there's been a Shoemon not too far off from it. What the hell? More possible deaths when you Applemon stuff. Fighting a Hackmon. Gargle this Mon. Another Infer. Gabu. Marine Bullmon again. A second Metal Garurumon. Cute. How... Stop! This fucking piece of shit. This piece of shit is everywhere! And the worst part about this is, that is my first shiny copy of it, too. Why? Ugh! Rude. I get it, I'm a whale at this point, but at the same right. You don't have to just shit in my face. You could shell in my face instead. You could moon my face. You could V my face? I don't know where this is going. Just shut up, me. Another Dreammon. Monze. Mara. A Terrier. An Agumon. Jimmy Ken, and I think got spoiled on what one of the rares was, Diaboromon. I think that's the second copy of this. And another Musamon. Lame. Didn't get the release event, didn't get that among the release event prints. Ouch. Just make a new Numamon deck at this point. No! I refuse! I don't wanna. It's a piece of shit. Oh wait, no wait, I have 3 Musamons now, and I think 3, if not 2, Platinum Numan. Why do I have 2 Platinum Numamons now? Why do I have 2 Platinum Numamons? Hate this. Shit! Well, beautiful. What was that, me? I'm sorry. Composure broken. Oh shit, and there's gonna be an ad starting soon. I might wait until that ad finishes at this rate. Well, I'm at it. Let's ship these out. Apparently, I had to explain game. I've still yet to open that game, by the way. I need to. Additionally, I think I know what my other high rare is, and I'll just leave that in front of the camera right now. Already got ads like 5 times. Should be fine. Yeah, I think if what you're saying is true, I think my other rare is this Jimmy Ken here, which I got very early on. God fucking damn it! Yeah, to show one more time, Jimmy Ken. I think that one is the other higher rare that you're meaning. Given the artwork on this is unique and everything. I could be wrong. And if I am, then let's see what we can get. Yeah, we got a Garjamon, a Devi, another Wanya. This is like 5 copies of you now. I love Wanyamon, but at the same rate. Repa, Vezengama, Okuamon, Rico, Bolt, yet another Jimmy Ken, yet another Yugo, it's a Vmon, and another Fakemon. Still Shades of an SP. Fair. But given my luck, incredibly low. I did. That's copy number 2 of each of those. Because I remember getting a Fakemon already. Lock that in. Given that we've got 2 more packs to go, and then this one, let's see what happens. Another Dark Tyranno, Kuwaga, another Kyotamon, adorable. It's like 5 Cyberspace Eden? Lekismon. You don't want to lick this mon. Okuamon, another Brain in a Jar, Arrow V, your best pal, Marine Bull, 3rd copy of Syndromon. About freaking time! I've been waiting to see a Nokia. For a moment, I thought I was going to be using a Samsung tablet to make phone calls for the rest of my life. Let's see how many people understand that reference. In a box of a main set, 7 SRs, 2 HR, there's a 2 higher rare, and SPs are a separate roll. Okay. Final main pack. And we're starting off with an egg. Huyo. Another Kalasgama. Another Tapmon. This is a 3-egg pack, so let's see what that means. A Devi. Repa. Gardro. Chaparral. Gabu. Eater Eve again. 2nd copy of Mire. A 2nd copy of Arisa. And now, the moment of truth. Where do we freaking open these? You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do the Savage Pull. The mini corner. Just tease it. Even though this is not going to be all that impressive. These 2 are the guaranteed rares. Lots of looks like they went onto purple yellow controller, purple yellow angel devil. I mean, you say that, but I've actually gotten a lot of green purple support in this as well. Coughs in the ridiculous amount of, where was it? Tyrannomon stuffs that I got early. Yeah, let's see what these two cards are. We'll start with this one. A Palmon? Really? That's pretty lame, actually. You got sharp teeth to open them? I wish. And our other guaranteed uncommon plus. Really? I'm not impressed. Best Tyranno could be fun with the untapping after deletion. Yay! Like, I specifically got a lot of Tyrannomon support, period, in the forms of, like, this Dark Tyrannomon. There was also, among this, I'm trying to remember what it was called. I'm gonna dig it up quick. Rackies know one thing, and it's excavation. Let's see, gets a multi-attack beat stick. I think it was pretty early on. Actually, we got a lot of this and Gabumons too, thinking about it. Yeah, X-Antibody Agumon here, which helps with recursion of Tyrannos. Like, if there were certain specific cores that I got a lot of, or I feel like I got a lot of, it's either Applimon, shoes. I think I have too many shoes, guys. And weirdly enough, is it Light Fang, Dark Fang? Some of this too. Yeah, CS was the main thing in this set. Clear off the cards here. I'll do a bit of the sorting off camera and whatnot. I feel like we got a decent... I feel like we got decent eggs. Jeez, this Agumon's trying to sneak away with the eggs. Now that I think about it, so is this Terriermon! Don't mind me being silly. Shoes have some value if you go puppet. Yeah, they do. I'm not one for yellow decks, unfortunately. But again, I did want to show off the main pulls from the day. So everything, the win rate up to Shoutmon was the collector's pack. Then from here, 2 copies Enter, Rie, 2 copies of Mire, this Jimmy Can, 1 copy of Arata. Actually, I'm gonna push this over a little bit. 2 copies Gaiamon, 3 copies Syndramon, if I remember correctly, 3 copies Musi, the 1 Nyaboot, would have loved to have 2. This Eater Adam, 3 copies Kentaurus, I believe it was, 2 Fake, 1 War Gray, 1 Kyoko, 2 pieces of shit, a V, 2 Ariza, the Dianamon, 1 Ami, 2 Metal Ruru, the Shinmonze, the Reina, the Ryugamon, Asuka, the Omnimon, which I feel like was a really good pull. Oh wait, did I get 2 Eater Atoms? Yes, I did get 2 Eater Atoms, so that means this gets to push over. There we go. Yeah, there's the Omnimon, Oranos, 2 Diaboromon, the Luna, Ya, Lord Nightmon, Nokia, the Palmon, and the Gearsmon. I know it's Hagurumon. Quiet. Nice Vmon X1 alt. Actually, yeah, we got 2 copies of this. Or, no wait, EX1 alt, you mean. So this one. This was part of a collector's set. Like, it was a $30 thing that you could get, which is a whole bunch of cards, 1 copy apiece. This mat. Memory thing, memory marker, deck box. Yeah. You're aware of it. I figured. I need to run another day of, just playing DCGO. It's probably not going to be today. It's a little late on my end for that, unfortunately. Bought one that set, then 3 more of those Vmons. Fair. Like, the artwork for all those Digimon looks really nice. I was half considering getting this one set which, like, featured Ancient Knights, if I remember correctly. But I ultimately decided against, because I wanted a Guilmon. Can you blame me? Yeah, with that, I think that concludes the bonus stream this time around. Mostly I just want to show off the new set, because why not? It's a novelty, and I don't really show off novelty all that much. Player boxes never seem to sell, overpriced and trash, if you're a competitive player. Yeah. I'll kinda agree on that. A good lot of these cards don't look all that powerful. Maybe the Shoutmon, maybe the Guilmon. But that's mostly because, well, Guilmon likes to poop out Gallantmons anyway, and Shoutmon is just Shoutmon. This is what we normally stream. Mostly it is variety. Sometimes it's story-based games, sometimes a good chunk of the time it's RPGs. If anything, there's a VOD up currently, well, both VODs currently, of me and some friends playing For the King 2. Our first time opening the game, too. I know the current game clearing project I've got right now, I've got a few, and one of them is a Soul Link Nuzlocke with another streamer. Those are Fridays, usually. Very early morning, unfortunately. I was also playing, let's see, I'm trying to remember it. Abiotic with Dreamy every so often as well. And finally, for the single player item every so often, that I'm gonna need to get back to at some point, we were looking at Wanderstop. But usually I end up looking at a lot of RPGs, or otherwise, I like to challenge myself every so often on a somewhat difficult game. It's how I keep my mind fresh. Or focused, rather. Who else is streaming things that I might want to raid? Because I know Dalton's got a library of Ruina. Tikri's got some Hollow Knight. In around 3 hours, Elysian should be out. I'm crossing fingers. I wish you luck, Danilto. If I can get into it, I'm definitely gonna try to pitch a few matches. As panicky as I get sometimes with PvP. Hey, you know what? It's not necessarily related, but we'll raid Dotton. As for raid message... Make sure you draw from your library. Feel free to decorate this raid message with whatever emotes you want. Fiocrates are your popular choice, and I keep the realm costs of my own emotes fairly low. But use your own. I love seeing people's emotes. Otherwise, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay cool, eat something tasty. Y'all deserve it. Actually, I just finished up some sushi myself, and in an hour or so, I'm gonna be finishing that off. A bit on the spicy side, but still very tasty. Eh. Nice shot, Lux. Then again. Okay, nah. Weh. I also fixed the throwables.